Daycare for children. Many times it's for babies. When I was young, my mother put me in a little daycare center. She worked down Loop in Chicago. And basically would house me 8 hours a day. And we did baby things. Do I remember it? We did baby things. I guess we all talked the same language. And then when we moved out into the burbs, way out in the burbs, my mother had to go to work, and mom and dad. And before school, yes, I was at one of the little old women who had a daycare center. She had a yard, we had puppies, we played together, think about cats, we did the baby things together, and that's where I was dumped. But hey, I guess I was happy. I didn't know any difference. Then you went to school, and that was a 8-year daycare center. And we could come home, my sister came home, and there was something to eat there. When mom got home, they basically, right. And it was 8 years of daycare center, and then of course there are 4 years of high school. That was another daycare center. And then you're thrown out in the real world. One of the reasons I never got married, I was thinking that, very expensive. Yes, but my sweetheart, well, she said, I want 12 children. Oh yeah, good. And who do you think is going to take care of them, my dear wife? Well, your mother's not going to have 12 kids running around the place. My mother's not going to have 12 kids. Our parents work, You want 12 kids? Let's adopt a dog. She didn't like that very much. So, what happens to our kids? They went to daycare. That's right. It was very expensive. And then they went to school. Another daycare. But federally, across this country, it's expensive to bring kids for daycare. Many companies, like a company that I worked at, had a daycare. They have, a few hundred people in the building, and the new mothers in that, they needed daycare, and so the company bought a daycare center. They filled it with toys and everything else, and it was like a walk away from the building. And they supported it. As far as I know, they still support it. Why? Keep mothers happy. Yes. But, fathers were doing everything. I know a woman who arrived, we all started at 7:30. She arrived at 9:30. And she dropped her kids off at the daycare center. And she went home at 3:30. Yes. And she kept dropping her kids off at the daycare center years. And then finally caught her that you can't do that. But daycare is a big problem in America. There's a responsibility. It's called insurance. And it's not just the kids' daycare, it's the insurance. And you're paying a lot of money to keep the kid in daycare before they're old enough to go to schools where they will be in daycare. It's, thousands of dollars per year for the kid in daycare. But again, heavy insurance. And you also have to do is run the daycare center through the local police to see if there's nothing funny going through the place. Board of Health goes through there, looks for cockroaches. Some are pretty bad. Some church-run daycare centers are questionable. Yeah. Oh, we will take care of your kids for a fee, a big fee. Well, like they're indoctrinating is what it is. Yes, to church. Will the government ever be involved in it, like it are in other countries? You look at the other countries, and they run the gamut of. Well, see, other countries are, if they're all French, they're French. If they're all German, they're German. If they're all Danish, they're Danish. In America, they're everything. Every nationality. Good way to indoctrinate the kids, but you run into every nationality. Oh, I can't have my children playing with them. Ever get that feeling? Them? Them is a different culture. Them is here and that is there. Thanks. Real good. But, well, should the government support that? Well, why do you have children? Didn't you prepare for your kids? Huh? You knew what was going to happen, you know? You had things like Pampers. You do understand Pampers? Right. Instead of diapers, you have Pampers. You prepared for all this. Didn't your mother teach you about children, how expensive we are? Hey, every child you have, that's money you can't put down for your house or your car or your vacation. Oh, you're not having vacations because the kids are too small to haul along, and then they don't want to go? So that's what daycare is about. Oh well, so be it.